everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to 60-Day Challenge, Building a Life of Change. We are on day 56, and I hope that you had a wonderful holiday. I hope that you get to spend some time with family if you celebrate Christmas at all. I hope you got a chance to just take some time for yourself, okay? So we're on day 56. We are winding this down, but we have just a few other things to talk about, and that's what I'm going to cover between today, tomorrow, and then we will spend some time celebrating all that you've accomplished in 60 days. Just as a reminder, what we've been talking about is how do we change? We talked about assessing where we are. Hopefully you have established your goals. Okay, if you haven't done that, stop, pause, go back to day 52, where we talk about let's assess the self-assessment. Go out and get your goals together. All right, if you've done that, fantastic. Then you should have really gotten some detail out of your goals on day 53. From that, you should have developed some habits. So we have at least 8 goals. The magic number should be 10. So hopefully you have 10 goals to start out your new year, okay? And then from those 10, you should be able to have anywhere from 3 to 5 habits that are gonna help establish those goals, help really push them forward, okay? I've given some examples and you can go watch those in the prior videos to see how I've done that. Now, today what we're gonna talk about is routine. How are routines so critical to helping with change? Well, for one, they balance out consistency. Okay, they really push for that consistency when you have routine. We can build our routines that's gonna help establish some time, all right? Remember, we've talked about time, where we think we have or don't have time. So we're gonna take a look back at your time clock, pull that out. This is why I've said you wanna keep all of this stuff together. You wanna be documenting all of these things because it's gonna help. So definitely pull back out your time clock. Let's take a look at that. You also wanna take out where you were self-assessing yourself. Okay, remember where we were looking at who we are, the type of person we are. That's gonna help show where you may do better in a routine or have a stronger routine than others. And then you also want to have your goals and habits out. Okay, here's the trick. I'm just going to give you a very hidden trick that I have learned in doing all of this. For myself, I am definitely a morning person. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I don't like getting up early. I like sleep. But I find that I am more productive in my mornings. My evenings, I try to reserve that for my kiddos. Because I get to come home with them and we have dinner, we have time together. So my routines are heavy morning, a lot of accomplishments, not so in the evenings. And then of course I work during, most of my day. So that I don't really have a mid-afternoon routine, but if you're someone that has that ability, have an afternoon routine, have a midday routine. Take a look at your time clock. And this is again where I figured out where I could get the most accomplished in my day. When I looked and self-assessed myself and saw the type of things and the goals I have, I can get done a majority of that in my mornings. So from your time clock, take a look. Are you more of a morning person? Do you like having that time to yourself sometimes in the morning? Again, with children, it may be a little bit different or a little more difficult, but then maybe you need to get up an extra half hour to an hour early. I know that's not ideal, but that could work. That could work for you. Are you, if you're able to be a stay-at-home mom or remote work or anything of that nature, are your middays more productive? Do you find yourself with more energy, with more things that you're able to get done during your midday? If you have a job, are you able to have a lunch routine of some kind where you could get some things done? Okay, that's what I've had to do. Or are you finding you have more energy at night and you're fine with staying up till 10, 11 o'clock at night and you still get in plenty of sleep? Is that something that's easier for you? Do you have more time in your evenings that you could dedicate to getting your goals accomplished? Figure that portion out. Once you have that, kind of what you think, where you could get more done in a day, now let's look at your goals. Where and what could you do? How could you break up your goals to where it establishes routines in your morning, your midday, and your evening? And then also, where can you build in those habits? I will give you an example. Let me get my stuff. This is where all my goodies are. This is my my carrying case for the planner. So the new Christmas planners. I'm gonna show you some of the example pages. All right, we'll go back through this. So again, here's what the planner looks like, a sample page, the goals that are written out, then your week in review and your day. So this is from early December when I was doing this. And I'm gonna show you how I break it up. And actually when I do my goals, it's broken out in this fashion. So these are my morning, these are my midday, these are my evening. That's how I do it. If you would also like to know my routine, I will put that link here. I drafted out a really cute routine for myself when I first started doing this for my morning. And I'm so type A that it's broken down by time. All right, so I take a look at my goals, and then that's how I can establish and develop my routines. But this is what I have, okay? So my morning routine is 4:20 a.m. I wake up. All right, I have the best alarm clock ever. If you want me to link that, I can. It's called a sunrise alarm clock, I think. So you can set it to where it gradually, the light gets brighter, so it's not as intense as hearing like the crazy bell things that you can set. So, and then it has birds chirping, so it gives me a 10-minute window to wake up a little bit. 4:20 a.m. wake up. Between 4:20 and 4:30, I get dressed for my workout. 4:30 to 5, I work out. Again, I just need to understand, this is obviously not to the minute. It's just giving me kind of a structure. Again, type A personality. Then from 5 to 5:15, do my shower and skincare. Skincare is my habit. Waking up early is my goal. Workout is my goal. All right. So in just that 45-minute window, I've accomplished 2 goals and a half. Then 5:15 to 5:30, take care of my dogs, like feed them, give them water, pack lunches if I need to, make coffee. 15 minutes, done. 5:30 to 5:55, and a half hour or so to get my hair done, to get dressed, whatever I need to do prior to getting the kids up, okay? Then from 5:55 to 6:05, wake up the kids, get them dressed. Most of the time I get them up prior to that. Sometimes it's easier for me to get them up first, get them dressed, and then focus on myself. It just depends if it's a certain day. So this is just, again, a reminder, sometimes the routines are going to shift, but the idea is that you have 2 to 3 goals that are non-negotiables that you get done, and 2 or 3 habits that are non-negotiable that you get done during your routines. Does that make sense? That's the purpose of the routine. You're setting yourself up to accomplish more. Eliminating the excuses that you don't have the time, you can get it done. All right? It's just all about you figuring out how that routine looks like. I get the kids up, get them dressed. Then I have morning devotional, prayer, planner. That's between like 6:05 to 6:25. Those are 2 other habits. Morning devotional is a habit and planner is a habit, okay? Mapping out my day. So I have already accomplished 2 goals, 4 habits, done, over. Then 6:25 to 6:40 about. Again, this depends on the day. So there are some days my sitter comes here. There are 2 days a week they come here, and there are 2 days I take them to the person that's watching them, which is my dad. So depending on how that works out, depends on how I structure it. I have to shift sometimes depending on the day, but again, it's still non-negotiables for my morning routine. Then 6:25 to 6:40, I at least get done a house chore, whether that is sweeping, vacuuming really quickly, laundry. Again, those are goals. One of my goals is to take care of my home every single day. I have something I want to get accomplished in my home. Now I have accomplished 3 goals, 4 habits. That's my morning routine. Do you understand? So the purpose of building a routine, whether it's morning, midday, or evening, is you're telling yourself, these are the things I'm going to get accomplished, and they're going to match up with my goals. So you want to match up goals and habits to the time frame where you can be productive. Remember, I go back to the time clock. I said I had 17 hours in a week where I was doing absolutely nothing. Building a routine has drastically reduced that. By the time I get home, again, my evenings vary depending on what's happening. I can finish up a couple of goals. Most of the time it's either continue with laundry, editing videos. That's mostly what it is. Posting on my platforms, on my social media sites, and then read before I go to bed. A habit that I've created is I love getting a bath. At least 15 to 20 minutes of just bath time, my alone time for myself. That's a habit. So building your routine, setting it up and structuring it out helps you accomplish the goals and the habits that you want to see change in. Again, I'm taking you through all of this slowly, but you can see now how all of that work we did in the first 4-5 series really, really mattered, and why now it's helping us establish what we want to change. The only way you're going to see change, I'm just being completely honest, is if you do these kinds of things. If you map out your goals, figure out your habits, and then structure them to where you can accomplish them. It eliminates the excuses. It eliminates the struggles by mapping it out. Now, if you are the type of person who you don't want to be like so detailed in that aspect, you still need to set up a routine. Have your non-negotiables of your habits and your goals that you want to obtain in your morning routine, your midday, and then your evening. Just have them as non-negotiables. All right, remember when I talked about the planner? There's a spot that says top 3 movers today. There's 3 spots. Have as one of your top 3 movers something that you need to accomplish, something you get done in the day, something you get done in the mid-afternoon, something you can accomplish in the evening. And you at least have 3 goals that you've done. That's how you see change. That's how you're going to see change, by mapping it out, by planning it. And I know not everyone is as structured as I am. Not everybody is so type A and organized in that fashion, because maybe that's not your personality. That's why we did an assessment, figuring out who we are, figuring out what we're about. Why? Because you need to know. If you're not a structured person, you don't like writing things out or outlining them, then my method won't work for you. But if you're creative, if you have that type of flow, or you're kind of more of at your leisure type of person, taking your time, you can still get things accomplished, but you still got to write them down. Regardless of your personality, it's just how you're going to organize it. How are you going to draft that out? How are you going to make sure you're getting it done? That doesn't change from personality to personality. But what will is maybe how you structure it, how you do it, how you keep it going, okay? I hope this was helpful. Again, I can't wait to see some of your routines. Matter of fact, if you are able to and you develop a routine, leave it down below. Give me some examples of how you were able to structure your routines to map out and accomplish goals and your habits. All right. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow as we keep wrapping up. Keep going. All right. You're seeing this through. You're almost to the end. And then because of this, because of your hard work, you're going to see change for yourself in 2024. Love you. Bye. So catch me if I fall.